No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world, and shout out to all my YouTube addicts out there because I'm bringing you guys some of the most intense lore imaginable. This is the first ever interview with formerly anonymous YouTube icon. Swamp Stories is in the building.
Thank you for having me.
How you feeling, dog?
I'm all right, a little nervous.
Yeah, I could tell, a little nervous. I thought you weren't showing up.
First interview ever.
Yeah.
First time face has ever been on the camera, so.
That's not true because you did all these YouTube videos.
With a mask.
None of those had the mask off?
Never.
Oh, okay. I thought that you did at one point or another.
No.
Okay, all with the mask. Damn. That's crazy, bro. So for those who don't know, how does it feel like having your identity kind of exposed to the world? We can go back and tell the whole story, but I just want to know how you're feeling in this moment.
I never wanted this to happen.
Yeah.
Not necessarily because of fear, but I just like separating doing gang documentaries from being a human being.
For obvious reasons.
But now it's kind of like intertwined, so there's nothing I can do about it. Might as well come on No Jumper.
Definitely. It's the year of, anonymous content creators getting exposed because George, also known as Grand Chat Wizard, he also got exposed. No idea who that is. For real. See, I'm realizing as we sit here that I think you're going to be in on everything that I know about. He's basically like Academics' bestie. He runs the Academics TV accounts and stuff like that. But then Charlemagne or Rock Nation or whatever basically exposed him as being an Australian Asian man. And, they're trying to basically get him out the paint. So somehow they were able to expose him. But, okay, give me the gist of it. You grew up where? San
Francisco.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so throughout your high school years and everything, were you super interested in hip hop? Were you really deep into the gang culture then? Or when did this start to creep in?
First, I was just into basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Then I realized I was white and I was like, it's not happening. Can't jump, can't move.
I feel that.
So then but I was always tapped into like what was going on in San Francisco. I never knew like the other cities, but like San Francisco, because like I went to school with certain people who had beefs and whatever. So I was always curious about it, like why are they killing each other, these people?
And I resent people who hold that sort of thing against me because it's like, you're telling me that there's organizations around the city that I live in and they're killing each other and I'm not supposed to be interested in
and you're not supposed to have any interest in it.
Right.
Like it's the ultimate, it's the peak of human evil is killing another human, and I'm supposed to just be like, oh,
yeah, whatever.
You know what I mean?
Push away. And then it's even worse too because it's like they're creating art in real time about it.
Well, not only creating art, but like posting that they did it after they did it.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
To me, it's
and
the most
somehow
obvious
not
thing,
getting caught for it.
Yeah.
In the Bay Area. I don't know about LA, but
no, for sure. I mean, like that's one thing that rap has kind of taught us is you can make a song and basically take credit for killing somebody. And unless there's like overwhelming evidence to go along with your admission, they're not really going to do anything about it.
Yeah. I've got that going on right now. I got somebody who's on my ass.
Really?
Yeah. I made a video. It was like a 12-minute video about some rapper from Vallejo. And I posted the thumbnail like before I dropped it. And I never ended up dropping it, but I posted the thumbnail. And the guy was like, if you drop that, I'm going to come put you on a t-shirt. And I was like, and mind you, he's wanted for like 2 murders, but like I know of like 3 others he's like a real dude. So yeah.
Wow. Okay,
we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a minute. We'll get
to that. Okay, so you're kind of interested in it, but obviously you're not trying to be a rapper or anything like that. No. Okay. How much YouTube were you consuming in high school?
None.
Okay.
Honestly, like I can tell you the story how I started Swamp Stories.
At what age?
20.
20. So you're out of high school and
in college.
In college. Okay.
Summertime. My buddy, I went to go stay the summer with my buddy. We got an Airbnb in Atlanta. And he was a YouTuber with Kai Cenat, Duke Dennis, Davis, like that AMP group.
Okay.
So like I didn't even know who they were. This is 2021. And so he takes me to the AMP house, and like Agent had a house, and like I was like, whoa, these guys are lit, like mansions, supercars, like all the shit. And I was young. Like, I didn't know who they were. And I was like, how did they get all this money? And mind you, like they had so many girls.
Really?
Like beautiful girls at the house.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, why am I in college? Like these fuckers are like,
yeah,
you know? So then my buddy was like, yo, you should start YouTube. And I was like, well, I don't know what I'm going to do. And he was like, well, what are you interested in? And I was like, gang shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, it.
So you were interested in the sense that you were like watching YouTube videos about gang shit?
No, never.
Okay.
Like my first video, which was all wrong, by the way, like the whole premise of the video was incorrect.
And what one was that?
Yada versus Zay Bang beef.
Okay.
And like basically I got it all wrong, but I deleted it since. But it was just based off of like stories that people had told me from like high school and stuff. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna put this together. And you know, like when it's just rumors and shit, like shit gets all mixed up. So it was wrong, but
like that feeling that you get when somebody starts telling you some crazy street shit and you're thinking like, I have to try to remember this, but then also like I can't really make a video using this information because this is just one person's perspective, and realistically I would need to hear these stories from like multiple different accounts and see like social media posts or stuff from the music or whatever to sort of like cement it and make me feel like it's real.
I mean, at this point I'm just going off articles.
Yeah.
Cause like there's too much liability involved with like saying, well, I never say anyone did anything.
Right.
I just say it's rumored that they did it, or they said themselves, they alluded to the fact that they did it.
Right.
But I would never say somebody did it. But now I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to go off straight facts, you know, concrete facts that,
So, okay, your first video, how long did it take you to make?
Dude, I had never I bought a microphone. I didn't know how to edit. I just did it myself. So it took like 2 weeks.
Okay.
And it was like right when I was starting my junior year of college. So it took off though.
Yeah.
Like right away. 100K views. I was like, whoa.
And I probably saw it right when it came out because at that time people forget that the internet in what was it, 2020?
2021.
2021.
Summer 21, yeah.
It was still such early days on YouTube, whereas like now we're used to it that like if anything really consequential happens, beef-wise, street-wise, whatever, Jake's on it, Flacco's on it, Traplo Ross on it. It's just like it's hard to find stuff that hasn't already been used for content. But at that time, you could kind of make a video that's like, hey, the neighborhood Crips got beef with the Hoovers, and everybody would watch it just because there wasn't that much stuff like that.
Yeah, no, I remember like, so the first one was like SF. I think the second one was SF. And then the third one, I believe, was like SOB versus RBE or something like that. And that was like, you know, like that was a big time for really California. People say the Bay Area, but like the whole West Coast was in love with SOB RBE, and they just like fell apart out of nowhere.
Right.
So when I dropped that, I think that got like a ridiculous amount of views. And then I dropped a Sacramento one, and that's when I was like, okay, I'm dropping out of college. Like there's
really 5 videos in.
4 videos in.
And you probably, I mean, if they were averaging like at least a couple 100,000 views, you know, you probably just had made like your first 10 grand.
I made like 12 grand my first month.
Yeah.
And so I was like, why am I in college?
Yeah.
You know,
like the job that I'm working towards is not going to pay me 12 grand a month.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there was no, like, I had no guarantee that this would work, but I just saw the vision. I was like, I'm going to make sure it works, you know?
Definitely. And so at that point, what does your life become? Because I know like there's a lot of people out there really successful like Traplo Ross and Flacco that they've got money coming in, they've got fame and clout, but realistically their lives are kind of dull. They're like sitting at a desk all day looking up information.
So like my college life was insane. I was living in Baton Rouge, which if people out there know, Baton Rouge is insane. Like good and bad. It's an insane place, at least during that time, COVID time. Like parties, it was nuts. So like my social life was completely full. And then I start the YouTube, and as you know, like you can't be a YouTuber part-time. Like it consumes your whole, even when you're not working, you're thinking about the next video or what I have to do next. So like it destroyed my social life. I will say that. Like, yeah, you just have to put everything else to the side and just go in. Yeah,
like the idea of like, and that's why like I find it so challenging to be like a solo YouTuber myself, is because it's like just the fact that I have like an interview or 2 per day makes it so difficult. Like even though that doesn't sound that bad, like 2 interviews, maybe 3 hours, it's like somehow just having that one thing in the middle of the day just makes it so difficult to do what you have to do in terms of like really getting into the zone and just grinding all day to put the information together.
Yeah.
So, okay, how do you sort of expand from out there? Like how long did it take before you started to set your sights on maybe like bigger stories?
Bigger stories as in regionally?
Yeah, because you start to expand and tell like just sort of overall hip-hop tales at a certain point, right?
Yeah, like at first it was just like the California gang beefs, which like I was only really passionate about like the Bay Area ones, to be honest, because like that's where I'm from. Like I always found the LA ones to be a little, unless it involved like the Mexican gangs where it's like they chop someone's hands off or something. Like most of it is just like cuss squabbles cuh and blood squabbles blood. It's like, okay, who cares? Like it's, you know, it's just like the same shit over and over where it's not really like life or death for them.
Right.
Whereas like the Bay stuff was like really like, this guy killed my cousin, so I'm gonna kill his cousin. And then it's like the back and forth personal stuff. But when I kind of got bored of that, I was like, yo, I kind of want to touch some more broad topics. And I just tried it. I can't remember the first one I did that was broad. I know I did Diddy, which was probably my
That's your biggest one. I just looked at 7 million views. That's insane that you had.
It's crazy. I had a guy hit me up on Instagram, and he was like, yo, like Diddy's got like a crazy past that nobody knows about. And I was like, what?
And this is before it became like a huge news story. This is before
this is before he got indicted.
Oh, so that explains.
So this is like 2022 or 2023, and the guy's like, yo, he's like, it's gonna sound crazy, but I paid him $2,500, and he was like, I have an entire 50-page document I just built you a story. And I was like, he was like, but I'm not going to show it to you unless you give me $2,500. So I kind of like took that leap of faith, and I just cash apped the guy.
Was this guy certified in any way? Like,
no,
you knew who he was?
It was a random account called like Rick S or something like that. Wow. I just like, I'm kind of a lick.
Damn, apparently, yeah.
So I just like cash apped it, and it worked out. And I was like, holy shit, this is insane. So like I wrote the whole script, did it, posted it out there. And at first it got like a couple million views. And then like he got indicted maybe 6 months later, and then it just exploded. Right. And everyone was like, yo, how did you know about all this shit?
I mean, that's the cheat code, is to make a video about something that's going to go viral right before it goes viral. Because what's the dirt? Like, and when we're talking about going viral, I'm talking about like 10 million-ish views. You know, that one did 7. But like the fact that What's the Dirt was somehow clairvoyant enough that he made a video about you know, Kendrick and Drake, and then J. Cole and Drake and all this type of stuff. Like the fact that he made those videos before the beef started just allowed him to just explode.
Yeah.
And okay, so that one, like, okay, but just in general, like, how did your research process kind of evolve? Like, was it like night and day in terms of like what's the most extreme things that you found yourself doing to put together the stories?
I wouldn't say the most extreme thing to put together the story, but like I would travel certain places to get footage. And it was kind of like I could just write it off as a business trip. So I would just like go to a city, get footage of the hood, and like walk in certain areas just to like reenact the scene that I'm describing. And I've gotten pressed a few times doing that.
Obviously not knowing that you're Swamp Stories, just because you're a random guy.
Just because I'm a random guy with a camera.